welcome. This is Subscribe Reviews, and we are episode 4 of WandaVision, which now has a title. Now they have title cards, and we interrupt this program. And I'm Dry Golf, and I'm here with Murdoch. This episode is interesting because the first 3 episodes it just said episode 1, 2, 3, 4, and then this week when I queued it up, I was like, oh, there's titles. There's titles for the
Yeah.
other ones. I was like, oh, this is gonna be a good one. And it was also trending #1 on YouTube until like 12. I mean, on Twitter for a while, and it starts.
Quite the episode. So
Yeah, it was
I
quite. I was
definitely
like,
see
worth
why
it.
it's trending.
Yeah, worth it. And it starts with something I always found interesting about the Marvel universe is the blip. People coming back with the blip, and Monica Rambeau coming back. And even there's an even interesting twist with her coming back after she's napping, so she didn't even see anyone disappear or anything like that.
Yeah, it was cool to see another angle. That was one of the things that I enjoyed about Spider-Man: Far From Home, when we got to see like everyone blip back into existence, and it was in a more comedic way. But this one was in a more like hectic hospital way, where there's like, we can't help you right now. There's bigger things going on.
Yeah, like 3 doctors told her that when she was like panicking. It was like, I can't help you. We're at capacity. One was like, I gotta call my wife. I was like, ooh.
Yeah.
And
that was really cool. It's always I don't know, interesting. That's such a big event in the universe. It's cool to see different angles from it. So I enjoy that.
Yeah, especially with the pandemic going on now.
Yeah.
You definitely feel like
hit a little close to home with the hospital capacity stuff.
Yeah. I was always thinking about, dang, what about people in planes? That's going too dark.
Yeah. Well, we saw that at the end of Infinity War, like the helicopters falling and stuff. So it's like they reappear back in midair, or like what's the deal?
Or on the ground. Was her and then she finds out her mother died right after beating cancer. Oh,
yeah,
man.
And then it coming back, which is too real as well. So got a lot of catch up on the Rambeau family in like the first 5 minutes.
And then it definitely takes place before the first episode because she's already in. We see her coming back to S.W.O.R.D, which her mother built, and then Peggy Carter built S.H.I.E.L.D. Oh, women go women, women
it's
power.
Cool seeing S.W.O.R.D. I still have questions about S.W.O.R.D. But it's cool to see like I guess that it's been in operation this whole time apparently, which also leads to like where have they been throughout like the other Marvel movies. But it's cool to see like get a little bit of history of like who built it and like what the deal is and like how it's like restructured itself after we found more cosmic threats and stuff to be more defensive rather than other research. So
there's still some space stuff about it, which is cool,
Yeah, definitely.
And then I think the guy said you're grounded, and she wanted to. I think in the Captain Marvel movie, she wanted to be an astronaut. So it's like, all right, that's cool.
Yeah,
keeping very consistent
from her mother's dying wishes, apparently, to keep her safe.
Yeah, the actress that played her mother, she's in James. She got a job, so she's okay.
Okay, word.
Yeah. But
like within the first 10 minutes, we got so much catch up. We got
so much.
Her mom, S.W.O.R.D. Like they really came out the gates just firing, just like answering a bunch of questions right away.
And then
3 episodes of like, what is going on?
She sends us, and then she gets her mission. They send her out to New Jersey. I was like, oh, New Jersey again, getting ripped.
Yeah, shout out New Jersey. That was a nice little surprise.
Yeah, and I was like, whoa. I thought with Ms. Marvel, I was like, all right, they're gonna hold off anything New Jersey until Ms. Marvel, but it was a surprise that they have in New Jersey. So
yeah, definitely.
Yeah. And we meet Agent Woo.
Yeah, Jimmy Woo, he's back. I'm a big fan of Randall Park, so I was happy to see him back. And I like that we see him do the card trick from Ant-Man right away. Like, all right,
he was learning
some character development.
Yeah, he actually got good and takes it part, and he does it like so like, he's trying to be cool, but he pulls it off, and it's so funny.
Mad nonchalant, but we know that he was struggling for the last 5 years.
He is struggling.
Get this trick now.
And then we see Darcy, Kat Dennings back, and she was hitting us with the science and
it was cool to see like just this like dream team of like past Marvel characters coming together as like the science and FBI team for this mission.
Secondary movie characters of being main characters in TV.
Yeah, exactly. Doing the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. route.
Yeah. And then they have a board where like why sitcoms, all the questions we've been asking, why Hexagon. A disappointing thing.
Super meta, like
super meta, yeah. And the disappointing thing is the beekeeper is just a random dude. It's just a random dude.
He's just a S.W.O.R.D agent. And I mean it was interesting to see how I guess the reality that she's built, like once you enter it, your appearance changes to, I guess, be something that's more appropriate with it. And then I'm interested in seeing more variations on that, because I guess we saw like the drone go in and the beekeeper and the agent go in and turn to a beekeeper and stuff. So it's interesting that it's setting new rules for like as soon as you come in here, like your appearance is going to be changed to something that fits the overall vibe.
Yeah, and then like the rope that was supposed to pull him back turned into a jump rope.
Yeah.
I was like, oh no, you're done.
So where's he? That's my question.
Where is he? What happens to you when you get rewinded? Oh god.
Yeah, Monica got blasted out, but he just straight up got rewound. So
yeah. So watching back the episodes on their side, right, and we see the parts where it gets rewind or hectic things happen, and it just skips for them, and I'm like, ooh, they don't see what's going on.
So they're getting the edited version of the edited version after post production for the sitcom.
They're finding all the missing people. I wonder who's the Jimmy Woo is. He's like looking for someone that's under witness protection program.
I have a feeling it might be Agnes, because she's still like she wasn't shown on the board, and as somebody who was like they kept finding everybody's real identities and the real names and stuff, which is super weird. But like cool to see that like, oh, these people aren't even like named that. These are just random people that she's making new characters for. But Agnes was the one that we didn't get any answers for, so I'm guessing it might be her, but it also might be another player that gets introduced later in the show.
Yeah, when he first said it, I was like, is it Herb? Because he has such a prominent role. But then they say, oh, this guy casted as Herb. I was like, oh, dang, he's done.
Oh, yeah.
He's out. He's out. And they were all New Jersey license plates. I was like, oh, I recognize the ID.
Yeah, definitely. Really good.
That's accurate. That's accurate. So, and then the most shocking Vision.
Yeah,
she lost her concentration after booting her out, and I was like, wait, he looks, why is he out of focus all of a sudden? And then I was like, do I have to rewind, or let's just keep watching? And then they showed him, I was like, oh fuck.
Yeah, we see straight up dead Vision, Mind Stone ripped out and everything. It was definitely probably the darkest thing that's happened. We get a lot of like weird tense moments in the shows, but that was probably definitely the most jarring one. That was just like, oh geez, like she's really just like puppeteering his dead body around. Like this is like getting real dark.
But he's talking when even though he was a corpse, I was like, dang, she's really in deep with it. And then I think Monica gets kicked out. And he says, it's all Wanda. I was like, whoa.
So that kind of brings everything back to, I guess, like the theories that we all had at the beginning of just like, this is just Wanda making her own reality, like post all these traumatic events. And that seems to be like the clearest answer that we have so far, that this is all just Wanda just losing it and making herself her perfect family sitcom. So.
I wonder if that like throws into a question, like if the babies are real, or would they end up being toys, or will they?
I was wondering that too, because Vision is like definitely dead. I mean, he's a robot in the first place, so like, can her reality function to the point where she can just literally create living beings out of nothing? Because her powers are still like a little bit unclear, and it's just like, how far can she go with this? Because those are the names of like Wiccan and Speed in the comics, so we don't know like, are they like gonna be like in the rest of the MCU, or is this just like a tease of them? So I'm interested in seeing like how they pull off the twins and if they're
yeah.
actually real, or if she's gonna lose them
she's that
after they
powerful.
bring her out. Like that would be crazy dramatic.
It would be crazy because Monica Rambeau, she's supposed to have powers, but maybe not yet. Maybe she got powers because of this. Because it didn't seem like she had powers in here, but we'll see.
We still
now
have
a lot of questions.
Yeah. It was a nice, trade-off where
Trade-off,
we just spent the last 3 episodes being like completely in the blind and hypothesizing, and now we have like this whole episode. It's just like a side catch-up of just here's some answers, but like not everything because we got 5 more episodes. So.
Yeah.
I would say I really enjoyed the hospital scene, like I mentioned, just like the sheer panic of it, and I enjoyed. I mean, I'm just a sucker for horror and creepy, tense things. So seeing Vision's body was definitely like one of those tense moments that was like, oh boy, and that like really stuck with me. So I liked seeing that too.
Yeah, same here. I'll give this one. I think I want to give this like a 9. I was kind of getting tired of not knowing. It's like they give us too little, and I was already setting myself up for like the slow burn, but I was like, this is a little too slow. And I want other people to get excited about it. Like, so
definitely,
this is definitely the episode that hit me at the right time, at the right moment.
Yeah, I'd say about the same. I'd probably give it a 9 as well because I was on the same boat where I'm just like, I'm enjoying, the homages and like the, seeing all the old school sitcom stuff, but like, I want some answers. Like, you don't have to give me everything, just like a little bit, Like, and this episode was just exactly that. So, it's got me, at a new status quo of information and just ready to just
got me.
Now I'm really excited for the next episode.
Yeah, the first 3 I was like, all right, I'll wait. But now I'm like, dang, I really need the next episode now.
Yeah.
So, all right, but that will do it for subscribe reviews. You can find us on the Camp Naz YouTube page, and I am Dragolf again, and joining me was Murdoch, and we'll see you next week.